mod, Matt.
Listen.
Because we want to protect our asses from crybabies, salty bitches, and lawsuits, we want to remind you this show is rated M for mature individuals only. That means if you're easily offended by graphic language, griefers, or full frontal nudity, please disconnect now and get the fuck out. Thank you, Mario. But the good podcast is in another castle. I know you want this body, but you just can't have it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Remove from Play, the show where we remove ourselves from the culture and hobby we love to discuss it.
But just for an hour.
But just for an hour. Well, sometimes it goes longer than an hour there, good sir. Sometimes it goes longer than an hour.
Can't you just let me have this?
No, I can't let you just have that
Fine.
one little thing. I've got to be an asshole, I guess. Yes, it is Tuesday, August 26, 2014. It's episode 120, yes.
And guess who's
We're up
back
to 120.
again?
And guess who's back? Guest hosting again. We're going to call this the Super Guest Host Show because the last, bazillion episodes have been nothing but guest hosts. One day we'll have the normal people back. Yes, but we have Cthulhu back again. Hello, Cthulhu.
What's going on?
What's going on? He's got his e-cigarette. He's got his little piece of paper, which he said he was going to bring an iPad so we could look all cool and hip, but...
I don't have an iPad yet, okay? They're expensive. I'm not rich. I'm just an insurance agent.
Which an undisclosed insurance agent.
For an undisclosed company.
Yes, undisclosed company. We also have a guest host via Skype, Cammy Wins. Hello,
Her hair's a
Cammy.
mess.
Hi, my hair is a mess. I was not prepared. I did not factor in the Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, there's
So.
quite a couple hour difference,
Yeah,
and
what
we
is it,
really
5
appreciate you
o'clock
being a
there?
trooper on that.
I don't know what happened. I think from Skype I tried to save the appointment or something, and then I messed it up. Either way, I'm here.
You're here. It worked out, all that good stuff. All that good stuff.
3 is better than 2.
Yes, 3 is better than 2. Yeah, better than the fuck. Yesterday was hectic. I was going around fuck. I need to find 2 more guest hosts. And I could not find. I
Yeah.
only found Matt.
Anytime you call me, unless I have plans ahead of time, I'll be here.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Same.
Yes, thank you. So I know I have 2 go-to.
And I don't have
People
a life,
all the
so
time.
I very rarely have plans.
Yes, and I'm Mac
Oh, I
19.
have a life, but
I press the buttons. I just press buttons. I don't really do anything else. There's sort of in my cool little area
My life
here.
is work right now. 13 hours a day.
Yeah, that's all you. Yes. But we have an interesting packed show for you guys. We got some little bites, of course, and then we got some news of the week full of definitely have the Twitch news in there. That's going to be something that's going to be fun to talk about.
Darn right.
And it's a lot of, I just noticed, it's really funny, Cammy, you came out. So Cammy knows me for being a Pokemon guy, and this week's show has the most Pokemon it ever had in it, and that's kind of funny.
I like
just thought that
classic
was funny.
Pokemon.
Yes,
I like everything up to 2nd generation and some of 3rd.
yes. And then we
I
got,
only like first generation.
oh,
maybe
shit.
second,
choice.
but
Good
then
choice.
3rd kind of made me want to throw up inside
man.
of my mouth.
I think Generation 1 for me is all nostalgia goggles. I loved it as a kid, and every time I see Alakazam or Mewtwo or Machamp or any of them, I just get a warm fuzzy feeling.
Well, we're going to have a warm, fuzzy feeling later. Machamp is all over some of them screenshots for the
My favorite,
Pokemon game.
my favorite ever is Alakazam, always.
Indeed. Back in the day, Psychic was overpowered. There was no counter to it, and it was just
Well,
like...
that's not the part of it I like.
and that was before they separated attack into... before it was special attack and attack. It was all just attack, defense, and whoo. Those are the times.
Psychic.
Oh, I don't have the notes up. I don't
Yes.
have the notes up. Okay, I
Oh,
have
who
the
needs 'em?
notes up now.
Yes. Then also we got Gaming Spotlight. We'll talk about new releases and a cool game of the week. And then we have a specialty talk that we saved from last week. We might get to that. We might not. I never promise a specialty talk
We're
anymore
getting to it.
because sometimes we go over, sometimes we go under. So, but yeah, that's going to be our show this week. But let's go, Cammy, this is the first time you've been on here. Maybe you should tell a little bit about
I feel
yourself.
like I don't know what's
Welcome.
going on. A little bit about myself.
Yes, a little bit about
Okay,
yourself, so they can get a gauge of your gaming
Well, here's
taste
something.
and
We're the
whatnot.
most awesome gaming show ever.
Doesn't have to be super
So-
long, short, long, whatever you want to do.
I like to play games. I particularly like strategy games. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I also play like MOBAs, like League, a little bit of Dota, CS:GO. I have a Twitch channel which I recently just started doing. I'm in between jobs at the moment, kind of feeling around what's out there. I'm a producer. I work with a lot of live broadcast stuff, post production, all that good stuff. I worked in the gaming industry for like 5+ years, and kind of trying to find what the next step is. So during that, I'm streaming and having fun with content creation.
And all that
Um,
good stuff.
Now wait a minute. What aspect of the gaming industry were you in?
Uh,
You seem like you skipped over
particular.
something interesting there.
Oh, I've just done a lot of video production for like I used to work at Blizzard, S2 Games. I do a
Oh,
lot
you
of
said
for
the magic
MLG
word.
still.
You said the magic word.
Diablo!
You said the magic word. He,
Yeah, I
really
worked
likes
with
Blizzard.
Diablo. I worked
Well,
with all those
Diablo in
IPs.
general. Specifically, I mean.
Yeah, I did a lot of esports stuff as well. I've been in the esports scene forever, I feel like. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else. So I think I've pretty much said
Yep,
everything.
think that's pretty good right there.
Yeah, don't gloss over the fact that you're in the gaming industry. That's awesome.
I
Yeah.
think it's just kind of like I think it's kind of like I've been doing it for so long that it's just kind
It's
of
just a
part
job
of
now?
what I do. It's just kind of it's weird because a lot of the people that I'm friends with or work with are in the gaming industry. So sometimes it's hard for me to like detach myself from that.
See, I was going to go to college to be a storyboard artist, actually, but my loan fell through, and now I'm an insurance agent. And
But
write novels.
but
I can't draw anymore either, so.
but hey. Yeah, so that's a little bit about Cammy, guys. So you know where a little bit where she's coming from and her stuff like that and all that jazz. But let's start this bitch off like we always do. What games we've been playing lately? How about you, Matt? It's been a little while since you come back on here. I mean,
Well-
Cthulhu. I gotta stop calling you Matt. See, we got too
That's
many
all right.
Matts. Got too many Matts.
Well, I've been playing a couple of games lately. A lot of Diablo 3, especially the new patch came out tonight, so I'm pretty excited about that. They added some cool stuff like Greater Rifts, stuff like that. I got Metal Gear Rising. I was so against it. I was so resistant to it.
Oh, I bet you totally regret how much you were hating on that shit now.
I do.
Oh, it's so good, man.
I mean, you're fighting these Metal Gears. You're chopping them to bits with a sword. I mean, I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 4. There's that split screen moment where Raiden's fighting Vamp, and I remember thinking, why aren't we playing that? And this game came out, and I'm just like, I was so against it because it just deviates so much from the original, from the original formula. But then I played the demo, and I'm like, I must have this. The music in it's great. It's cheesy, but it's great. So is the writing. But what else? I played the Silent Hills demo, or PT as some of you know it.
What?
That signal was for you to bring your mic closer to your mouth.
I thought he wanted
Remember
me to
we went
smoke.
over the signals? Thank you.
Anyway, no, we did not.
Yes, we did. That's it.
Wait, are you guys in the same place?
No. We're
Oh,
no.
okay.
No.
He's in a bunker somewhere in
I am
Canada.
totally excluded in the control room, and he is totally in the studio room completely.
I'm in his house. Now it's too close.
That's what I'm saying. Are you guys in the same house?
Yes, we are.
Technically, we're
Yes.
connected by like a series of underground tunnels, but,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, we don't live together though.
But
So
I-
PT, how did you like that?
Oh.
Of course.
I mean, there was one scene that really grossed me out. There's this scene where there's just a fetus in a sink. That
Oh no.
yeah, that was pretty gross. But the rest of it, like the eerie feeling to it, having to actually figure it out for yourself, just being dropped in, the sound effects, the radio's going off and it's telling this creepy story, and then you look behind you and boom, there's this like really messed
Jump
up
scare.
woman.
Jump scare, yeah.
Oh,
but
I
over-
don't like that.
Yeah, jump scares.
I'll do
All
'em now.
right, I will say this: PT was pretty good, but I can never,
TJ
never
says
get
it
so
stands for
into the
trans
games
dancer.
where it scares me.
Yeah.
Like jump scares get me. That's it. Like
I'm-
people say, "We'll play it at night in the dark." I'm like, I've never been so. Maybe I'm just so. What is it like? Desensitized to a point where that shit does not scare me.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't.
let me tell you something. The first time me and TJ played Slender, the 8 pages, that got me a little bit. There was one scene where he appears behind, well, 2 scenes actually. I'll tell you the first story. The first time I played it, I saw him and I just screamed completely on reflex, I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm gonna die! Ah! And the second time, I screamed in a pitch that was so high, I could never reproduce it, and I have no idea how it came from my mouth. It was I can't even reproduce it. It was so high pitched that every time I watch it, I just laugh because I feel like for a moment there,
For just one moment there, I was one.
I was one with the universe.
I was one with the universe, and I was a master of the universe, of course.
But, you know, I did say something about this earlier. I want to deviate just a little bit from gaming.
Oh, really?
I want to recommend a show to everybody here.
All right, what show?
The show is called-
what show are we not getting paid for now?
The show is called BoJack Horseman. It
BoJack
looks-
Horseman?
Yeah. It looks stupid if you just see the picture on Netflix, but it's very clever. It's very funny. I don't think the reviews gave it enough credit, but I won't get on that too long. This is a gaming show.
It's okay, Matt. It's okay. That's what the open time is for. Alrighty, so you've been playing quite a diverse stuff there.
Yeah. I also played a little bit of crap, what was the name of that game? I played a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's getting closer to
You were
Halloween.
telling me about this game. It just sounds fucking hilarious.
Well, let me tell you something. That's the first time in a while that something actually scared me. Like, basically, you're trapped in this house where, well, you're trapped in like an amusement park type thing. The animatronics are on free roam mode, and when they see you, they think you're out of costume. They'll stuff you into a costume, but this costume is full of support beams and all kinds of wires, and it just shreds you. It's a terrifying thought.
Terrifying.
The game itself, it's very well put together. I recommend it to anybody who wants to, well, have to change their pants.
Because I love doing laundry. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, not me.
How about you, Cammy? What you been playing?
Well, I think a couple weeks ago, I do like a viewer's choice on my channel where I put up games that I probably wouldn't normally play. Typically, stuff that like I don't like to play or I just wouldn't have never heard of at all. And my brother suggested that I put on The Forest.
Oh,
Which is-
I was watching that.
That's the one with the cannabis,
Holy
right?
shit. I don't like scary games. I think Silent Hill is probably just one of those games that I have to play because I'm so tied to Silent Hill and Resident Evil, the series in general. So
Resident
I will
Evil.
play it. Yeah.
Wi-Fi
What
high
I-
five.
I said Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
I said Silent Hill and Resident Evil. But The Forest came on, and I don't like games like that. I couldn't even play Amnesia. Not really my thing.
one
But I
scared
played
me.
that. It's really fun, actually. It's kind of cool to survive. It's just really slow in between the scary parts, which I guess kind of builds up the anticipation for some scary shit to happen. Also, I have downloaded Civ 5, so I gotta get on that pretty quickly. But I've been playing a bunch of stuff on Minecraft. I've been playing hardcore games on Minecraft PvP, which is basically Hunger Games, but in Minecraft, which is super fun.
Yeah, it's a really
And,
interesting mod.
It's super cool. It's not a mod. It's actually just like a game mode because you log into a server. You don't actually download
Oh,
anything.
yeah, duh.
And then a mod that I am playing is Terraformacraft, which is just a hardcore survival mode for Minecraft. But it's kind of what I've been doing lately. Oh, and a lot of League.
Cool stuff.
Everyone plays League of Legends.
Yeah,
me.
I have
Just
to keep
about,
up.
yeah.
You just gotta keep up because you got friends that play. And
Yeah.
to win.
And they're like, what? You don't know what you haven't played in 2 months? Why you got to update? They're like, they get mad at you because you got to update. That happens to me a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
Updates can suck.
those
do.
patches, man.
Yeah, them patches.
Worse than World of Warcraft.
Well,
I
really.
I should sign on again.
yeah,
I haven't
that's
played
probably.
WoW in so long. Like,
Yeah.
since Mists of Pandaria came out, it's just, I don't care for it anymore. The next one looks cool, though.
Yeah. You should dive in the world of private servers there, Cthulhu. Go back to vanilla days.
I don't want to go back
Relive
to vanilla.
your youth. You can
like
actually say people can
Cataclysm.
relive their youth now because how old the game is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that game came out, what, 2001? 2002?
Yeah.
And, oh, my God, that game's been out for a decade and a half almost. I'm
Ye-
getting old.
Oh no, we're getting so
I'm already
old.
25 years
Uh,
old.
So old.
I don't want to talk about how old everybody's getting. It's so depressing.
Yeah. Well, I'm immortal, so no need to worry about me.
Yeah, no need to worry about you, Cthulhu. You're immortal.
I'll just go back to my original form.
But here the problem is you can't step into churches. You burn. It's like
That only happened once! Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, it's a sensitive subject.
I can't wait till I get that gate, that noise gate, and so I can't wait to get that.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to yell.
I know. You yell. It's okay.
I have a projective voice.
What have I been playing? Oh man, what have I been playing? I
Oh,
went
yeah,
through.
What have you been playing, Mac?
I went through and did Uncharted 1 and 2 again. It was quite. Oh my god, the controls are so bad. Like
Yeah.
you
It was
could
a good
really,
game, but
you
the
really
controls
tell
were rough.
that it was all about the story and the adventure and stuff. Like the gameplay is solid, but the controls are just like that 30 frames per second stuff really does hurt you. Like
Matt, you
what?
still need to play Mass Effect.
I played the first one and then I was
yeah,
done.
the first one's the
I
worst
was
one.
done. Well, too bad. Then it put a bad taste in my mouth. Maybe
I'm
I'll
a
go
Mass
back.
Effect fanboy for those of you who don't know.
Yes,
I
yes.
am.
We
I
did a whole
admit it.
show where you talked about Mass Effect. I
When
think they
Mass
know.
Oh
Effect
my
came out.
gosh.
I think
I
they
didn't
know.
play it yet either.
Oh,
You don't
gotta
need to play it.
It's so good.
No,
It's
you don't
so
need to
good.
play it. Go away from the light. Stay in the darkness.
Don't listen to him.
I have a really hard time with like incredibly long story RPG type.
Oh, once
like,
you get into
choose
that
your own
story, you
adventure.
won't be able to stop.
I think the only franchise that really sucked me in was Fallout. Like
Good choice.
that was pretty cool. But I really like anything that has to do with survival. Like that's kind of been my thing lately is survival strategy.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy the survival aspects of games. Like, I was a huge fan. Well, Skyrim, obviously. Who didn't like Skyrim?
Yeah, I loved Skyrim. Although I stopped playing after I killed the first dragon, so I don't know how much my opinion actually matters on
Oh
that.
my god, I put so many hours into that game. It was
Yeah.
just...
A lot of people did.
I
A
also
lot
played
of
Mass
people did.
Effect 3 times for each game, but, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, Skyrim's one of those games of the last generation that helped define it, to be honest.
And it was so late in the game, too. It was like, what, 2 years before the next generation?
Well,
got-
usually the best stuff is in the last like 3
That's
to
true.
2
That's
years
when
of
they
the game
finally
console
started to
cycles.
harness the hardware. I can't wait to see what they do with the new hardware, like, once they really start rolling with it.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the Order will be the first one, but that's a topic for another day.
The Order looks great. I wish it was on Xbox
I'm going to be
One.
playing heavily Sword. I started that a little bit, but I only played like 5 seconds of it.
Good game.
I played a little Minecraft. Just
Excellent
went there,
game.
worked on my little mountain.
Sorry, I'll
It's kinda
stop
fun.
commenting now.
Worked on my mountain, and a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh. That's kind of what I was playing on Dueling Network, and then I switched over to some Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. Trying to prepare for the upcoming flood that's going to be hitting that. And I was playing Pokemon Online a little bit. But the problem with that is I don't have any cards in there, so I keep going back to my pirated game, where it's like, oh, I'll just go back to where I have every card to choose
Matt,
from.
Matt,
So
Matt,
what?
the
What?
power went off, I think. I can't
Power
hear you.
went off. The power went off.
I can't
Why?
hear you.
I see you.
No,
guys are
you hear
good.
me. You hear me, good sir.
No, I legitimately don't.
You you legitimately don't hear me? How can you hear me now, then, sir?
I think it's headset.
Yeah, I think it's your headset.
That's all right. I'll deal with it. I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you closer.
Yes, totally. So yeah, that's all what I've been playing. And I backed up my Monster Hunter 1
There we
so
go.
that I could play it on an emulator.
Beautiful.
I totally backed up the ISO file
Oh,
that I
Monster
had of my
Hunter.
disc, and I was getting my emulator working on my media PC.
Are you going to get the one on the 3DS, the one Monster Hunter 4 that's coming out?
The new one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
so excited. They have the
I've been
old monsters
playing
back.
since PS2 days. I guess I can't
Me
stop
too.
now.
They're going to have the Cuckoo and the Gypsaros.
Dude, the Cuckoo Killers can come back now. I can remake my clan, the Cuckoo Killers. Now that the Cuckoo's back.
KKK.
I was a horrible, horrible younger person.
We all were. We all were.
The KKK. I thought it was so funny.
No,
I did.
Monster Hunter, though.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes, Cammy. I literally had it was called the Cuckoo Killers, and it was KKK.
Oh no.
We got a lot of hate, but man, we were so good. Everyone
have
wanted
no
to be in
hate.
our little clan,
Except
little
for
group.
the bus.
Yes.
Where was your parents? Like, why are your parents not explaining? Like, you probably shouldn't use this name, little.
Oh, I
little
wasn't.
Mac
Hey,
19.
I was young, but I wasn't that young. I would have known the difference. But
I
hey,
think Monster Hunter came out like here in what, like 2006?
yeah, no, a little older,
2002?
like five or four.
Well, that's not that much older.
To Google.
No, yeah, that was yeah, I would have been 16 when it came out. And you're about my age, right?
Yeah, about. I don't know. Yeah, you're a year older than me, I think.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Okay, Google's failing me. Wikipedia. There we go.
Monster.
Yeah, really. This is the only checkup before we move. Then we'll start moving on. Yeah, so we've been playing some pretty diverse stuff, pretty much. 2004, PlayStation 2. 2005 for Europe. There you go. Fun
Yeah.
stuff.
I
So yeah,
can't
it's been
believe we
quite a
missed out on
while.
Frontier.
A lot of years. It's almost 10 years old, the franchise. Actually, no, it is celebrating its 10th year anniversary this year. I remember that Capcom was doing their little celebratory
Well, maybe
thing.
for their anniversary they'll bring Frontier over here.
They'll never do that, Matt.
They better eventually.
Just get your,
I'll friggin' move to Japan if I have to. Learn the kana.
or you could just get, VPN service. But hey,
katakana, whatever
that's
it's
a
called.
compromise. It might be more worth it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But Frontier, yeah, well, I'm not going to get into a discussion about this. I've already ranted about this.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, you guys reading the chat?
Yeah, they're saying some crazy
Oh my
stuff.
god, they think you look like In Control. That's so funny.
Like
Oh
who?
no.
Cthulhu is not an esports guy. So Cthulhu, let me explain to you. There is a StarCraft 2 professional player who
Oh
is
my God,
he is
I'm
not
gonna Google
fat.
him
He is
right
actually
now.
like a bigger, muscular guy, but you look just like him.
Oh.
They're saying you look just like
Anyone
him.
want autographs? $5 a piece.
Oh. Oh, that's the wrong sounder. That's the wrong. There we go. Oh, you get the combo breaker. Good, sir. That was good.
Is he
That-
in the chat? I just sent him a link. Is there a way for you to put the pictures side by side?
I
Do it,
could.
do it,
I
do
could.
it, do it, do it.
All right. Fuck it. Why not? I'll do
No
it.
way.
So while I do this, go ahead and start with the little bites there, Cthulhu, to start going down the line there.
Gotcha.
We got some. Let's move on to little bites now.
All
Little
right.
bites Before we get into.
All
Fish
right.
appears to be playing Pokemon right now. I'm Walter Cronkite. Behemoth, next game. Game 4.
No, wait. We're talking a little bit more about the Fish Plays Pokemon thing. All right. So what happened was here's what it was.
Who is this? What is Fish Plays?
All right.
I
So
don't know
you know
either.
how Twitch Plays Pokemon was so popular, right? Well, Fish. Oh, it was so popular.
I don't know anything about it, so let's pretend that we're explaining to me what that is.
All right. So
But
for
that's
people
what
who
we're
don't know,
doing.
there was this somewhat Twitch revolution where they had Twitch Plays Pokemon, where people using the IRC chat would control the movements in the Pokemon game.
Ah, right. I remember that.
Yeah, so
Yes.
so then after that, there were a million people trying different things. And now the other group of people now are trying Fish Plays Pokemon, where they have a camera set up on the fishbowl, and then the fishbowl is sectioned off into different areas. And when the fish swims in that area, it puts in the command for the game.
No way.
Yes.
Holy crap.
And last time I checked, when it was 17 days into it, or was it 17 or 6 days into it, he only beat the Squirtle in the beginning. So that was a
Stupid
fun
fish.
thing.
What is it, a Magikarp?
No, his name is Grayson, I do believe. His name is
Ah.
Grayson. That's the name of the fish, which, by the way, is an awesome name for a fish.
Well, it's also the name of the guy from Bullet
That's
Storm.
super sophisticated
Yes.
for a
Bullet
fish.
Storm.
And as soon as I put up this in control picture real quick, I'm going to check on the latest. So there he goes, guys. Does he look like that?
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
he
I'll.
had longer hair.
Oops.
Fez. Fez.
Fez. No, not Fez.
Well, let me see if I can make that face. I
It's
can't.
so delayed.
Yeah. Well, there's the natural Twitch delay and then all that
Oh,
stuff.
there he is.
Yeah. So what do you guys
That's
think of the
so
chat room?
good.
Do
Come
does
on,
it look
I'm better
just-
looking than that guy.
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
no, you tapped out. That's great.
Yeah. I never honestly. I've known Matt for years. I never made
He
that
looks
connection.
a little bit like if In Control, and do you remember Virai
Yeah.
had a baby?
Ah!
I don't know who that other person is either.
It's someone we know. Someone we know. So.
I don't know if
So-
he has any pictures.
My brother tells me I look like a young, slightly bigger.
Oh
Stephen
my
King.
God! Okay, I just checked. Okay, I'm gonna take that picture down now. Somehow someone's gonna get mad that I got the picture up. Okay, so the current progress we are now for Fish Plays Pokemon. He's right above the grassy area of Pallet Town. We are 24 days in.
That's ridiculous. In a
Yeah,
good way.
this is the one where I think it might not be random enough to where the fish can eventually beat it. I'm just saying. I don't
If
think
it
the
was a
fish can
fighting
beat
game,
this.
maybe, because then all the fish could do is button mash, and he might. win.
Oh, well, it's funny you say that, Matt, because there's a part 2 to this. After this went up, someone did Fish Play Street Fighter.
Yeah.
No.
So they currently have 2 fish set up in a tank.
Hadouken.
The same thing. They have the screen separated off in sections for a command, and it's multiplayer, and the 2 fish are fighting each other.
No way.
And that one is actually better because, oh my God! First of all, that blackfish, I think it's the blackfish that wins all. I don't know their names. Wins all the fucking time and just destroys the other fish.
Oh, what? All black
It's-
fish look the same to you?
Oh, apparently, yeah. So yeah, so that was really interesting. And here's the thing I want to say next. What's next? What can be next? Like
Fish
we
plays
went no, not that. We went into IRC chat controlling commands, and then we went to animals that can relatively be random controlling the chat. But what could fucking be next? I have no clue. Like, because I was thinking like maybe you could do something with weather, but then I was like that'd be too rough.
I could be a weatherman.
Be too rough. It's just crazy everything that we can see what we could do with Twitch.
You want me to read the next one?
Yes, we can
Fish
move on to the
plays
next.
magic.
Fish Plays Magic. That you could set it up. You could set it up to do that. I guess it would have to be the digital Magic the Gathering card game. Obviously.
All right.
Fish plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
Oh, that would be so boring.
Oh, hey, D&D, come on.
That would be
I
so
love
hard
D&D.
to watch.
Think it depending on where it switches, it picks from a set of different scenarios that are predetermined. And depending on
Well,
where the fish
you know,
swims, it picks one of the scenarios.
D&D is kind of boring to watch. When you're playing it, you're kind of in another world.
Well, you want to get me on the rant on playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I used to have 9 3-rig binders that comprised the universe I've been working on for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a flood and I lost them. It's all in here though.
It's all in there. Gotcha.
My masterpiece.
Moving on to the next little bite. I'll take over that one. The Behemoth kind of showed their next game, Game 4.
Game 4.
Game 4. They like doing this. They like doing this.
Let's see it.
I do not play trailers anymore, sadly.
Okay.
I know, so we have to just describe it. Apparently, they're going to have a playable demo at PAX Prime. And it's, let's see, I think it was like right before they released Battlebox Theater, they announced they were working on something new. So they have some concept art right now. I like the art of it. Like they have a little photo up here in the trailer like this. It's like it's pretty interesting.
Can we show the
I
photo?
actually have no idea. I could probably show some photos. No, I can't. I'm not going to bring up any photos.
All right.
But the trailer is literally just like a teaser trailer, and they just like show a bunch of like the art style going on, and a little bit of the story and stuff like that. The art style looks great as always. Looks really fantastic. Like I always like their style. Like they realize that in the long term, a stylized game always wins over. I try to look really realistic type of game. Like Beyond Two Souls will look like shit one day, guys. It totally will. But all these other games other people make will look fantastic.
They'll always be wicked pissa.
Yes, yes. So if you're going to PAX Prime, guys, go to booth 3003, and they'll have something there to show more than just this debut trailer.
I'll be there.
I will drop the link in the chat room for people who want to check out the trailer and a little quick description from their site.
Drop
Boom.
that link.
Oop, I typed it twice, but that's okay. Just do it once. Boom. There you go. So next little bite.
Yeah. Next little bite. Samus costume.
Samus costume.
Wait, is it the Zero suit or the regular suit?
No, Nintendo recently showed off a new alternate costume for Samus for the new upcoming Smash Brothers game, where it's an homage to the old games where she would be in different type of costumes if you beat the end of the game. She is going to be in shorts and like I call it a sports bra. That's what it looks like to me.
How are you supposed to do battle in that?
Yes. How are you supposed to fight in that? Well, actually, believe it or not, these shorts are sensible shorts. They're like, athletic type workout shorts. You could probably move pretty, good in them.
How does she shoot her laser?
She still has her gun.
I can't see what this is.
You have to click on the link.
I got it. It just took a while.
Yeah, it just took a little while because I think that it's Nintendo's site, so I don't know. It's Miiverse, that's why. And I have the picture up for the people to look at. Whoa.
What the heck? She looks amazing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sensible. People were worried that since there were some rumors that they might slut her up this time around.
I mean, it is pretty revealing considering she wore a full body suit.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good because she's not like super slutified. Like she's not like got some enormous gigantic boobs. She doesn't have
but I
cleavage
think the
showing
coolest
off.
thing about Samus was that you knew she was a girl even though she wore that suit.
Yeah.
So it kind of removed that whole aspect is gone. Which I guess is cool.
Yeah, well, you still can play as the suit Samus. It's just that what they did is instead of it being like the brawl ability, they just separated the character completely, so it's our own separate character now. So this is an alternate costume for that separated character.
I guess it's not bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah, some people have been complaining about it a little bit,
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's a fair compromise between not looking super slutty.
It could just be worse. So
Yeah, it could just be worse.
Yeah. Well, it could be like Resident Evil 6, Sherry's alternate costume,
Oh, don't you start with
which was
Capcom.
literally the same. And I'm not saying
I love Capcom, but I hate them.
I'm not saying
they
it's
did
the-
right with Street Fighter, but they do wrong with a lot of their franchises.
Look, all I'm saying is it's not the same kind of clothes she wore in Resident Evil 2. It's the exact same outfit. People grow, and
grow.
they don't fit into those outfits anymore. If you know what I'm saying.
Next
Pointless.
little bite. Fez creator wants to sell company.
Fez?
Yes, Fez creator Phil Fish.
Fez.
More Fez.
That is Fez.
Oh
That's
my
that
God.
pixelated art type of game where
Wait,
you
isn't he in that documentary?
yes, indie game, the indie game
the
one.
indie game documentary? Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's
in
so
that 70s
depressing.
show.
This is actually very sad news.
Yes. So pretty much what happened is the whole, some people want to, again, we're saving that topic for another show in the future. The whole Zoe Quinn thing happened last week and everything. So he went to Twitter, saying how gamers were scum like he always does, blah, blah, blah. The same Twitter stuff he always does like he usually does. And then towards the end of the third day or second day, he came out after Polytron got hacked. his website, his company website got hacked. They put up his social security number.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
financial
that's
stuff
awful.
from 2008, which is a little weird. I don't know why specifically financial stuff from 2008 was put up.
Well, financial stuff in general is
Yeah.
just so shitty. Like,
Yeah.
why would they do that? What did he do wrong?
He didn't do anything, but
He expressed his opinion.
yeah, he expressed his opinion. He was trying to defend Zoe Quinn and all that jazz.
Wait, who is Zoe Quinn?
It's kind of a landmine topic right now. I will fill you in after the show.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, it's all right. We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna talk about it in like 2 shows from now when I get all the hosts back.
I just think that it's kind of shitty that
Yeah.
Headsets. Never mind. We're
he
good.
already seemed to have so many problems with his game. Like he was already struggling with the direction of where it was going. It seemed like he couldn't get the funding, and all that stuff just seems very terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Poor
Yeah.
feller.
So he announced that he
So
wants.
unfortunate.
In Rage, he said he announced he's going to sell his company. He told game developers to give up. It's not worth it. Gamers are all horrible people. Blah 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 blah. Like normal.
oh
Phil
no,
stuff. Normal Phil Fish complaining stuff that he always posts on Twitter about.
More fish.
And he
I
said
feel like
that-
some people should just not have Twitter.
yeah, it hurts him
Like-
more than it helps him.
I mean, you gotta
Athletes
understand he
probably
was
should
upset,
not have
but
Twitter.
still.
Yeah. So the one good thing about this is that maybe we'll finally see Fez 2 because someone will buy it from him, and we'll finally see Fez 2. I bet you $20. My guess is that Notch will see this, and he'll be like, I'll totally buy that shit from you.
Oh,
So that he can make it. Because Notch has been very adamant that he doesn't like what stuff that Phil Fish says in the past.
Notch
so.
knows what he's doing. Minecraft
Sort of
is an
does,
excellent
yeah.
game.
He definitely got a little lucky, but he definitely, he did a good thing. He made a
Yeah.
good game. So that's that.
Anyway.
So that's my prediction from it. I don't know what you guys think about it.
I don't know. I have no opinion, strangely enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh, lovely stuff. So moving next
Lovely.
thing, more somewhat sad news. PSN was down for a little bit because of DDoS's attacks.
Again.
For a little bit. It's back up now. But
At least
the
it
other
wasn't for the
people
whole
who
summer.
were being attacked were Blizzard, Activision, EA,
Yeah, attack EA.
Xbox Live got hit for a little bit, and they actually went down for a little bit. And Sony came out and said that your information was safe and that
I hope so.
you don't need to worry.
No, see, you know how I feel about EA. I don't like EA.
Yeah.
Although I love Mass Effect. That's a strange thing.
It's really weird. In a way, I'm pretty sure that these companies always get DDoS attacked, but this time it actually affected, Sony, and they were down for a little bit. And to my knowledge, Xbox Live did get some, slowdown from what I heard.
When was this?
Ooh, it was like a couple days ago. Let me take a quick look here.
Because I remember I got kicked off of Xbox Live for about an hour when I was watching Netflix.
For when you're watching Netflix. It happened the last week, so somewhere in that time frame.
Wasn't long ago. It was a couple days ago.
Yeah. But so, just keep that aware, guys, that always happens and that your stuff did not get stolen. Next, new 500 gigabyte Xbox 360 media drive was unveiled, priced at $110.
When are you going to need more than 500 gigabytes? I haven't even half filled mine.
I don't even think 500 gigabytes is enough for the new systems.
I don't know. I have a lot of games, and I haven't even half filled mine yet.
Yeah, well, you must not be going
Of
crazy with
course,
your
I don't have
installs.
money for
this
games.
is an option for people that purchase movies, music, and stuff through
Yeah.
their Xbox.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and there's
So,
still
I
a lot of
think-
360s
I
out
have
there.
Spotify and Netflix. I don't need to.
Right. But there are people, families that purchase, like kids' movies from Xbox just so their kids can watch it or whatever. Like, I can understand the need for this. I never personally use it because I have my computer,
Yes.
and I have stuff on there.
Yes,
But-
MKV files, most likely.
Right. Or, like you said, streaming. Like, I just discovered Crunchyroll, which
Really?
is like,
Oh,
Well,
man. You've been behind, girl. That's
yeah,
amazing.
I don't watch anime online. Really, I kind of just watch them through Hulu. I mean, online. I don't download anime. I haven't streamed it. I just kind of watch it on Hulu.
Mhm.
And DVDs was like the only way I watched anime. Now
Oh,
that I
man.
started watching
Tammy,
Sword Art.
Your world,
Sword Art.
your world is now opened up on
I know, but
Crunchyroll.
the one thing that sucks, and anime lovers are gonna hate me for this, but I prefer to watch dubbed because I'm usually multitasking when I'm watching shows. I'm probably playing a game or drawing or something else, and I would like the ability to have to be able to look away.
Yeah,
while
it's such a
watching
big
shows.
drawback. I agree because when
I
I
prefer
would like to
dub,
be
too.
able to because unless I'm super into it, I agree. I'm a multitasker. I'm usually doing something else while I have videos playing. So when I'm watching like Power Rangers or fucking like episodes of Pokemon, or if I'm watching, let's see, what else do I watch? I really only watch Big Bang Theory, really. Like when watching that, I have multiple things going because I can understand what they're saying. So you know what? I think I might, just learn some Japanese. It'll solve the problem that way.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just totally pick up Japanese and then I'll be able to watch all these shows. And I'm
harder than it
like,
sounds.
there's
Yeah,
no way I'm
100%.
gonna learn Japanese
Yeah.
But for the
quick
record,
enough.
I enjoy dubbed anime too because, like, when I'm watching something, I don't want to have to read subtitles. They call me lazy. I read a lot, so that's a strange thing. But I really like to be able to understand it and absorb it rather than sitting there reading. Okay, so he just said that and he's doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Plus, I have to say the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z, the voices annoy me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's for nostalgic reasons. That's the only anime I like to watch in English, and Yu Yu Hakusho. But
Oh yeah, great show.
but going back to the hard drive, the biggest thing is that this one costs like $30 cheaper than the actual previous 350 gigabyte expansion drive, which is really weird. So this is technically the better value if you're going to buy extra space.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. That's the one you want to buy, folks. It's cheaper than the other expansion, and it's more space. Here you go.
See,
I can't wait till we get into the terabyte ranges for the new systems. That'll be real
No,
nice.
me neither. That's gonna be great.
Like when I saw, I so want to buy a terabyte SSD and put it in the
Gonna get it
PS4.
2 or 3
I so
years.
badly want to do it.
2 or
It's
3
so much
years before they
faster.
released the terabyte version of the Xbox One and the PS3,
Yes.
PS4.
Next little bite is PlayStation Home is ending service in Japan.
Does
Yeah.
anybody even use that?
What was that?
PlayStation Home was the
I totally
basically.
forgot.
You ever heard of Second Life?
Yeah, I just remember that was something about making a house or like buying furniture.
You
Yeah.
could have your
And
house and you
something-
could buy your Pacific furniture for it. Like you could buy a Sony TV or and a
Specific.
Sony PS3 and put it in your house and you could adjust it. So it was like The Sims meets Second Life because it was super customizable. And you could walk to a theater to watch the latest trailers. You could walk, interact with other people. They had Pacific areas you could go into download. Like, I remember back in the day when I started using it, they had the Pacific Warhawk area. You could load games from home and stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
honestly, it was Second Life for the PlayStation environment.
I played that for about maybe an hour, and then
No, I
never
did it a
touched
lot.
again.
You know what? Back in the day, I used to do for a lot of my close gaming buddies back in the day. Like we had Pacific areas, we'd get together and meet up and talk about gaming stuff in there. It was definitely a unique experience that did not go over in the West very well at all. Oh, actually, to my knowledge, they had had a lot of people playing it. So
Yeah.
so maybe that's neither here or there whether you think it was successful or not. But I just remember that it was not super popular. Like everyone didn't use it, so therefore I guess that doesn't qualify to be popular or not. But it's going down in Asia, so I'm pretty soon. Let's see, it'll be going. Let's see, the service will end as of March 2015. That's when it will go down. I assume that'll end for shortly after in America too, or it might even already be down in America for all I know. I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah, I played it, like I said, for about an hour, and I got sick of it.
You know, it was one of those unique experiences that Sony was willing to take a risk on and try something different to make that
I'll give them that.
console generation, make their platform stand out a little bit.
Let
I
me
don't
tell
think
you
it was
something.
successful, but it was
Blu-ray-
definitely interesting enough.
Blu-ray made the PlayStation 3 stand out, in my own personal
Yeah, it definitely helped out in the beginning.
I don't like PlayStation controllers. The controllers are cool, but they don't fit in my hands right.
Have you tried the new controllers yet?
For the PS4?
Yeah.
It's a little better.
Yeah, I think it's drastically better, personally.
Yeah, I still prefer the Xbox One's controller. I mean, I like both systems. I'm not going to start a console war. I intend to have both because I just got the Xbox One first because it was available for pre-order when I went in, and I got the Day One edition, and I've never had a console Day One before, so it was kind of more of a, I had this Day One. I've never had a console Day One before. I can afford to do these things.
You wanted to feel special, I understand.
I felt good about it.
I understand.
I finally
You-
had a job that paid me enough.
Microsoft got you, I understand. That marketing worked well.
No, my insurance agency got it.
Next, Minecon is officially off this year and will return in 2015.
Wait, what is Minecon?
It was the official Minecraft convention. I want to say it started up 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah, Mojang has made an official announcement on the annual convention that Minecon will not be held this year in
I
2015.
wanted to go.
You didn't even know about it.
Yes, I have a quote here from.
you know what? I knew there was a convention. I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, Minecon was the official one. There were other ones that were,
Oh, I
the
want to go
smaller.
to CthulhuCon so bad, but it's
CthulhuCon.
not coming to. It's not in Buffalo. I forget where it is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so.
Why is it off? This is so upsetting.
I'm going to read some quotes here right now. I'm shooting. Let's see. Mojang has officially announced that its annual gaming convention for
Anal
Minecraft.
train.
Minecraft will not be held this year and will return to 2015 and be held in the UK. I guess I don't know.
What?
And they have a quote here. I'm shooting to have it in spring in London, wrote Vu Boot, whatever the fuck. That guy who took over from after Notch left, whatever the fuck his name is. Mojang's chief operator officer on the company's official blog this week. Boo, whatever the fuck his name is. Bye, I don't know how to say his name.
Wow,
Was
that's
writing
spelled
to
out.
acknowledge that by this time next year, fans will be giving dates and locations to information from Minecon. As soon as I have confirmed this information, I'll be out there. Blah 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 blah. It was when the announced soon will be confirmed. Minecon began to. I don't really have a reason why. I'm guessing they just had schedule conflicts. Then I'm guessing because there's nothing really here in this article. I think it began in 2010 though in Las Vegas for its first 2 years, then moved to Paris in 2012. Wow, that's pretty cool.
And the world did not end in 2012.
Yeah, and the world did not end in 2012. So yeah, so that's a little PSA for you guys. Let you know that's not going down.
Yeah.
Next is just something I thought was really cool. Jimmy Fallon had the guy who played James Bond. Look at his name. What's his name? What is that guy's name?
Which movie?
No one from He had him on to play GoldenEye on the N64. What's his
Roger
name? Pierce
Moore?
Brosnan, I think. Yeah,
Pierce
yeah,
Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
Brosnan,
Brosnan.
whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, so he had him on, and they played a game of GoldenEye together, and I thought that was just kind of cool.
Did Fallon win?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just thought it was cool. I want to watch it. So cool.
Fallon.
Fallon does a lot of interesting stuff. Like, it was so good that we got newer people. Okay, I am not a Tonight Show kind of guy. Like, I don't watch those things anymore.
I'm only a co.
But it's nice to know that we actually have new, younger people coming in finally, instead of having like Letterman and Leno who are like no idea what the internet is. And it's like,
Leno.
and Fallon and
guess.
Conan, they got it. They know what to do. They know how to market.
Wait,
on
what
the internet.
about Colbert?
I don't watch
Yo.
Colbert. I've never been a Colbert guy.
Colbert
Oh,
is
he's
funny,
funny.
but like he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know how to put it. I find him enjoyable. I'll
I'm
leave it at
honestly
that.
just not talk show type of guy person. I'm really not. I never.
He really does a lot of politics stuff, which is like funny, but I think he works in a lot of geek things in there as well.
Yeah.
So
He looks
I
like
like
a
him.
geek.
Yes.
and his flavor on Ben and Jerry's is dope.
I did hear about that. I wanted to try that.
What is it?
Americone Dream. I'm gonna
Americone
Google
Dream.
Americone Dream. It's like, oh shit, it is.
I hope not.
Americone Dream is vanilla ice cream with fudge covered waffle cone pieces and a caramel swirl.
My love handles are screaming. They just love it. They love it. Next little bite. The Steam controller will now have an analog stick.
Yeah, boy.
So Valve pretty much came out and said, "Hey, yeah, we found there's actually a need for an analog stick, which is good.
No.
That will help out because I'm glad that they're still going to stick to the touchpad stuff because that will definitely helps out with certain type of genres. I still feel that the Steam controller will never be able to play RTSs. Just saying,
No.
never.
No
What are we
way.
going to do about our hotkeys? Come on, we
Can't
need
you-
hotkeys.
I mean, with the Steam box or the Steam engine or whatever they're gonna
The
call
Steam
it.
box, Steam engine. The Steam controller. Yeah, we got the Steam OS, and then they have those Steam box branded ones. Yes.
But now can't you like plug a? Now I lost my train of thought.
You can always plug a keyboard in. Yeah, they're just.
But can
they're-
you plug like an Xbox, a wired Xbox?
Yeah, it's you could. They're still PCs. Pretty much Steam OS is just like a specialized OS that has Steam built into it. Pretty much.
Oh, that's
It's a lot more complicated than that, guys. Trust me. But I'm just saying that's like the quick and dirty way to say it. When you load it up, it's Steam Big Picture mode. That's
Quick
what it
and
looks
dirty.
like. So. Yeah, so I think this is a smart move because you need an analog stick. We shouldn't try to like. I'm glad that they're trying so hard to make a controller that can handle more different types of genres. But let's not try to change the wheel that much because we have like lots of generations of different consoles over the years that came to the point where an analog stick works out pretty well. Like,
Yeah.
people are not out of their Xbox is not talking out of their ass when they have like analog sticks on their shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get you.
I get you. What do you guys view of the Steam controller overall? Do you think it was? Have you guys ever held one?
No, I haven't.
I mean, I don't know. I have not followed any of the Steam box stuff
Mhm.
because I don't think I would use it
Yeah, it's
unless some games come out that's like super cross-platform, like it's PC and Xbox or whatever. I don't know.
yeah. I feel that like I don't know who their. I still even today don't know who their target audience for this thing is. Because
Yeah,
if you're
like-
a PC gamer, you already have enough knowledge and hardware specs to make a
But
media
why-
PC. You know?
Like, why would I want? I'm on my PC to play PC games. Why would I want a controller for it?
Yeah, or just like a specialized box that already like
Well-
debatably you could build something for this same price range and it'd be better. You know what I mean?
If I may interject, some games do work better with controller. Like if I had a PC way back in the day, I didn't have the Xbox or anything. When I played Assassin's Creed, I use an Xbox controller because it's just so weird on the keyboard.
So you're thinking for like third-person experiences, you
Yeah.
prefer the controller. I've always
I
had
guess I
that
could
route
see
too.
that.
But when it comes to first-person shooters, man, it's still the best to use the keyboard and mouse. Just saying.
Indeed, for sure.
But I always thought that the controllers
more
are always
range of
good for
motion.
third persons. Honestly, platformers are still way better on controllers. Like, it's much easier to play like Super
Yeah.
Meat Boy on a controller than to try to use the keyboard.
Super Meat
In
Boy,
my opinion,
in his opinion.
yes. In my humble opinion,
I mean, side scrollers work fine on a keyboard. Like,
I disagree.
I was playing Sonic on the keyboard. I was doing just as well as if I was using a controller.
Try literally try Super Meat Boy, and then go try Super Meat Boy on a controller. You will like the controller much better.
I'll try.
I guarantee it. I'm going to skip my rant because we actually did stay in Little Bites for a while.
Hey, we were having spirited discussion.
Yes,
There's
we were.
nothing wrong with that.
All right, so that's Little Bites, guys. So we're going to move
Yeah.
on to some news of the week.
News of the
It's time for gaming news.
And I totally forgot to split up the news, but that's okay. I'll just follow my lead. The Last Guardian is still a thing. Recently, in an interview, it was his name was I call him Brochet Bruhita because I was listening to the the PlayStation blogcast, and I was like laughing because they were talking about Broforce, and they're like, "Oh, what would your character name?" He's like, "Oh, my character name would be Brochet Bruhita," and I was like, "Oh, that's so hilarious." So I love that. So he was in an interview. He was talking. They were asking about will the Last Guardian be at Tokyo Game Show, and then he came out officially for Sony and said it's unlikely you'll see it at Tokyo Game Show, although the company is apparently still working on it. And this game was announced in 2007, and we still haven't seen it yet.
Jesus H. Murphy.
I think it's going to become the new Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh, I hope not.
Like literally, the teaser trailer came out in like 2007.
But
And
if I may opine, I like Duke Nukem Forever. I mean, it wasn't.
you liked
great.
it,
I didn't love it for sure, but it wasn't great. It was a decent.
Yeah, it
Duke
wasn't
Nukem
great.
game.
I agree, but at the same time, I didn't have high expectations for it to be good after
Neither did
going
I.
through like
I
so many
played it by
developers.
accident. Like I bought it super cheap at GameStop, and I liked it.
Yes, I'm not saying it was a horrible game. I'm just saying I did not expect it to be really good.
The one-liners were good,
Oh yeah, I still have
which was like 50%.
still funny, to hear him say things. Yeah, but what do you guys think about this? Will we ever see The Last of Us? I mean, The Last of Us, The Last Guardian. Will we ever see it?
I don't know. If we do, I really hope it's not like Duke Nukem. You wait for a while. And,
You know what? I don't think it'll be like Duke Nukem at all. 'Cause for guys who don't know, Last Guardian was a game announced back in 2007. It was going to be made by the same people who did Shadow of Colossus, Ico. It's from those guys. It
Is
was
it a
supposed to be their
sequel?
next game, and hence the art style and everything we saw it debuted. But apparently, I did not know this. I was reading into this, but they still have been actually releasing little updates and teasers throughout the years. Obviously, because they nothing super detailed or special. No one really advertise it, or not journalists didn't really talk about it. But I just found out recently they have still been releasing some things, and some of the latest screenshots still looks good. I bet when they came out with the PS4, like when they knew that it was going to be launching, when they knew the date for that, I bet they totally were like switching development over to the PS4. That's probably what happened. Like halfway through, it's developed side, they're like, hey, we have this PS4 thing coming out in 3 years. You probably should just say hold off and then put it on that. So I'm guessing that's honestly what probably happened.
Yeah, seems right.
That's just honestly what I think.
I think like just from the screenshot, it looks kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it has that same art style from like Shadow of Colossus and shit, and
I
I
never
love
played
those
Ico.
guys. Made those games. It's really cool.
I finished Shadow of Colossus, but I never played Ico.
Ico came first, I do believe. I never played Ico. I only played Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ico had some like cool, super deep meaning and shit. So
Well, it was the prequel.
I guess I don't know. Was it a prequel?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
don't remember, like-
nothing about Ico.
Or the sequel, I think, maybe.
No, Ico came first and then Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
But I don't. To my knowledge, their stories aren't necessarily interconnected.
Well,
So-
well, Shadow of Colossus at some point mentions a child with horns,
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
something
saying.
about
Like
the
it's
end of
like
the
it's
world?
definitely in the same universe, but I don't think they're directly
No.
connected.
but they are in some way connected.
Yeah, I hope it's definitely the same universe. I know that.
Yeah.
So that's that. Moving on to what I would debate is the big news that happened. Amazon is buying Twitch, and they have bought them. It is official.
Nice.
Yay!
Twitch has confirmed that Amazon will be acquiring the company later in 2014.
I
And-
like this way more than Google.
Yeah.
Personally.
Were you
I
worried
feel
about
like-
Content ID there, Cammy?
No, you know what? I think that the content ID is an issue that's going to exist for like in the near future anyway. I don't think there was any way around it. But I do believe that Amazon is probably a partner that would try to work with it more than Google. I don't really know what the plans were as far as allowing content streaming, specifically music or even just like videos or whatever.
Yeah.
What the plan was to make it happen, but I feel like with what Amazon has to offer, they might actually find a good way to work around it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys have YouTube videos, but if you have music playing in your video and you make, I guess you can like, you can say that you don't own rights to it, which means that the person that does own rights to it can advertise on your YouTube. So they can run ads on that particular video, especially if they own the rights to it. Sorry, get off.
I like kitties. Sorry.
And so I feel like Amazon has a better capability of people going like straight to whoever owns the music and purchasing that song that you used to play versus Google, because I don't really know. I don't even know if Google Play is as extensive as what Amazon
I'm pretty
has.
sure Amazon might have more.
Well, Google is Skynet.
Yeah, the Google Skynet.
Yeah, also that kind of scares me.
You know, I believe it or not, I am not too surprised this happened. If you look, like, it's really weird. I was wondering if you look a year ago stuff when they were making their game studio and they were making a game division. I'm like, what are they planning? They're not getting necessarily any retail advantage over just making a game studio and making their games and helping your game developers. What is their pull? Because if you look traditionally, Amazon has always made products and made services that allowed them to then sell more stuff to you. Look at their phone. The biggest feature they promote is the one: take a picture of something and you can find out where to buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like
Amazon's
always
even
been like
more
that.
so the free Amazon Prime that comes with buying the phone.
Yeah, that too. That too.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So I was wondering
I
what their
love
angle
it.
was, and seeing that now they bought Twitch, I'm totally not surprised because now like there's a lot of things that come from this from the Amazon side thing. They have now more data, what's popular games, they know what games stuff more. They can. One of the things I thought they could do is like, hey, when someone's streaming at the bottom there, they probably could put something like here's where you could buy the game for someone streaming, stuff like that. So I could definitely see why Amazon was interested in this now and why they were doing all that game stuff before. It was like so baffling to me, but now I can see where they're headed. And for the Twitch end, they got nothing but pluses from this. One, I think it's better than Google because of the same reasons you were bringing up, Cammy. I think they will be able to handle and come at it in a different angle when it comes to copyrighted stuff. They might treat it as copyright as a shield instead of a sword, where they immediately like the problem with YouTube. Here's the thing: I put up something. If it gets flagged or it gets content ID'd, you immediately get a strike, and then you have to then put in a notice to the person who owns that right to then say, hey, I have a right here. I'm a journalist or blah 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 blah. It's a transformative work, blah 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 blah. And then during that whole process that they have 30 days to respond back to, you immediately get your monetization cut off. You're treated like a victim. I mean, a wrongdoer from the very start instead of just maybe the system is flawed, which they never consider that, which system is flawed. So that's one advantage. And two, Amazon Web Services is a fucking amazing. Twitch can now become so much more stable.
Have you ever done same day delivery with Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, think about the Prime
I ordered
stuff.
something at 3 a.m. that day, and it qualified for same day delivery, and it arrived by like 8 p.m. that night.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah, and then there's the whole Prime stuff. You know, when they were doing when Twitch was doing their post-announcement interview with Emmett Smith and the Amazon guy, I don't know if I remember his name was. They were asking, like, a lot of people have been asking to get some cool benefits for Prime. Like maybe the Twitch Turbo stuff can be packaged under the Prime stuff, and just like cool stuff ideas. Maybe being able, if you're not a partner, still get transcoding on your videos, maybe, because that would be fucking nice to have transcoding. When you don't, when you're not a partner, because not everyone has good internet. You know, it's the reality of America. And when you want to provide a high quality stream, if someone has shitty internet and you don't have transcoding, they just do not get a good experience.
Yeah.
They can't knock it down so they can actually watch. So there's a lot of good things. Like Amazon Web Services will provide so much. The biggest features I want to see from this, I want them to copy Google or YouTube, where you actually can go back and, like right now, like pause the stream and then actually go back and watch stuff when they started the stream. Like I would love to see that feature implemented.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be. Like it's the only problem I have with Twitch, not being able to pause the stream and then continue when you want to go, or being able to at least go back to the beginning of the stream. So. Yeah. Like just having the sure power, and maybe the Twitch chat will be fixed finally after all these years. Get them Amazon web developer engineers on that shit, guys. You can do it. I believe in you, Twitch. You can fix the chat.
Get on it.
I still have chat problems after all these years. They just it's just so many people are on it. It's so hard for it to handle it. And that's about my views. So how about you, Matt? What you think about all this? We're on Twitch. We use it all the time. How do you think it will affect us?
I agree with everything everyone else just said. You took the words right out of my mouth, both of you.
Yes, indeed. So that is definitely the biggest thing. In terms of the content ID stuff, like Amazon is a big company. So right now, let's enjoy that you can play music live at least and play games live. Like I'd like to think that in the future, at least they won't hit the in-game music stuff. Because the biggest problem there, like the reason videos were getting, like the international was getting flagged, because someone has a, what was it? Like the person who wrote the music for Dota, whatever, then made a CD compilation, and he still owned the copyright owner, and he just like licensed that to Valve and stuff. So when he releases a CD, it goes under some database where, you know, all music is stored. So it counts as a soundtrack and blah, 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 blah. So I hope we can iron out those things in the future, because Amazon will be big, and they hopefully will get sued. Hopefully will not get sued a lot, because that just will happen eventually.
I don't think they would sue Amazon directly.
Well, the whole Viacom thing happened with Google, so
It's just, I just feel like that there's going to be because it's not like we're restreaming the music by itself. It's not like someone goes to my channel just to listen to this music that I quote unquote have stolen or have redistributed. It's a part of what I'm doing. It's background music. It's not the center focus. And if there's a way that I can just promote this person's music through my channel, great. I think the line that we're straddling at this point is going to be whether or not the artist wants to be associated with you or wants to be associated with the game that you're playing. So that's, I think, where the lines get a little crossed.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you,
You know.
because people are not. I agree. No, people are at the end of the day. Even if you're, you know, Katie Tron, even if you're her, like they're not going there to listen to your music. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is totally true. So that's the thing. They're not going to. They just want to see you and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily a problem. And you could actually even debate that it does help the artists more because they're hearing music. Because I know when people in the chat room say, "Hey, that's really cool. What's that?" Like the only legitimate problem I ever had with it is because one, while it's like when you're doing the Spotify and Pandora thing, that is actually causing a problem because the way Pandora and Spotify gets their licensing agreement is that the idea is that it's only for one person. So when you're rebroadcasting a broadcast, that actually is like pretty bad, and it hurts everybody in the long run because it's like I feel so bad for Pandora when that happens, and that's honestly the only legitimate problem I had with it. So hopefully because that stuff kind of needs to stop in the future, and it will happen to stop in the future because it's, you know, they're going to get bigger and bigger. Twitch is going to keep getting bigger and bigger. It's just going to continue to be a problem.
I hope they figured out. What would be
Yeah.
super sick is if they came out with their own music label and like their own music that we could use to stream.
You know,
That'd
they
be
could go
awesome.
that route because YouTube provides music for partners to
I know, but
add
it's
in.
shitty music.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that song. I don't know what it's called.
Like if there were up and coming producers that were music artists that would like to produce music for the streaming website that people play games and stream on, they could make whatever, all their tracks, put it in a playlist and say their track costs like $5 a month to use, but you can use it all the time, similar to the subscription base. You subscribe to their playlist, and any new song that they come up with, you can freely use it.
Now that seems like a pretty fair compromise because now that, you know, Amazon is a legitimate, not that Twitch wasn't a legitimate company, but now Amazon has a name to it. They could try experiments like that and start off with people that are like, hey, we'll offer this program where you create good music for our streaming service Twitch, and streamers can then play your music. You'll get promotion, and, you know, it will be under our label. And then maybe if that becomes very successful, then the actual mainstream people will be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be worried about this streaming thing. Maybe it's not the devil. Maybe we can join in on that. So,
Ben Franklin is the devil.
yeah, Ben Franklin is the devil. Sure. So that's, you know, that could be a good compromise for the future. Totally.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to our next news topic.
What is our next news topic?
Yes, Valve is the most desirable employer in video games, study finds. So this study came out from IGDA or whatever the fuck that is. IGDA.
I don't give a.
I don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
I give.
I don't give a fuck. That's the study group. That came out and
Good guess.
did a study,
What I
and
was
then like
thinking
that Valve was the most desirable company to work for, beating out Activision, BioWare, Ubisoft, and a bunch of other companies. It's really,
Hasn't that always been the case?
I think it's always been the case because one, apparently Valve, like I think Valve. I don't know if it was a couple years ago, a couple months ago, they released a pamphlet, employees pamphlet, of how they do things. Her company's handbook, And it
Yeah.
said something like they don't have bosses. No one has bosses, and it's just
Or
like a
it's
super
more
chill
like
environment.
you can
apparently.
choose the projects that you work on. Your desk has wheels, and you can like move it to any sort of group that you want to be a part of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool things like that.
Do they
It's-
get nap pods like Google?
Maybe that'd
Probably
be really cool.
they probably get.
So they did this independently as it came to us. Came in second was my own company. Oh, my own company meaning if you were your own worker, like if you ran your own company.
Right.
Next was Activision Blizzard, which is no surprise there. Blizzard is probably super awesome to work for.
I
The
love
thing I've always liked about Blizzard is that they're like, no, we're going to make sure this game's right before we come out with it. We're not going to release shit and then patch it day one. Like that was the biggest thing I always liked about Blizzard.
Yeah.
And it's sad that most companies do not have that benefit. Like, I would debate that Ubisoft doesn't. Like, they could have that benefit because they're definitely big enough, but they just choose not to because they just want to push things out. Like, smaller companies don't always have that luxury because they have limited resources and stuff, so they have to get things out. But that's what I always loved about Blizzard.
Well, with Blizzard, you're going to be waiting for whatever game they announce.
Yeah,
but
they-
you're gonna like what you get.
Yeah. And then next was BioWare, Ubisoft, and then 6's current employer, which I assume is, like, whoever you currently work for. That's just weird. Nintendo, Naughty Dog, Double Fine, and Bethesda Games.
Really?
Double Fine is interesting because they are hardcore, a legitimate like indie company, and now they're starting to do their own. They're becoming a publisher as well, really helping out indie game developers, which is really sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised at all to see them on there.
That's good, though.
Yeah. Hey, and they were the first fucking big company first indie dev company to get a lot of money on Kickstarter.
Remind me what games that they've done.
Conveniently right here, Brutal Legends, Psychonauts, of course. That's the one I've known them for, and they recently did Broken Age, which was Double Fine Adventure Kickstarter type stuff. So yes,
Not bad. Not bad.
not too bad at all.
I like Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend was metal as fuck.
Indeed. Indeed. And, I love the soundtrack. It didn't just have, hardcore, mainstream metal. It had this huge variety of different
Oh
kinds
yes,
of metal.
you are such a music aficionado with your metal, Matt.
I'm a music aficionado with everything.
Yeah, no, you like metal a lot.
I do.
I do like metal.
I know other genres.
Moving
though.
on to our final news topic, Pokemon Fighting Arcade game was announced in Japan. So they did a stream today.
Pokken!
They did a stream today where they were going to show off a new game that they were teasing last week. And they were teasing this last week, and people were speculating, would it be that new Pikachu detective game? Would it be the fighting game that was spoiled kind of last year where they had a screenshot leaked and everything? And it turned out to be the fighting game.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Pikachu detective game would have just made me throw up inside.
I kind of
Oh
would have
my
liked it, but then not liked it. I just like anything that's a Pikachu game.
Vomit.
But I don't know how the detective thing would have worked, to be honest.
Pika Pika!
So it's pretty cool. They had a little trailer, and they had a bunch of screenshots that come out. I have some screenshots. They had Machamp fighting Lucario, and the graphics look. I like this art style they're going for. Not necessarily gritty and realistic, but definitely more high res and high textured than the Pokemon games are used to.
Now, wait a moment. Isn't Machamp a fighting type?
Yes, he is.
And isn't Lucario psychic?
No, Lucario is a fighting type as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
the new ones that well.
He is. He uses the Aurora Blast, which is built up energy in the body. Oh, it's not psychic energy.
Kamehameha.
Yeah. So that was it was an actually cool announcement. I'm excited. I actually think this will be cool. I hope Nintendo does it in a traditional fashion and not like Nintendo, the Pokemon company, which is owned by Nintendo. So I guess
Nintendo.
Nintendo does it in a traditional fashion, and maybe I don't think it could be in esports, to be honest, because it's too soon to actually speculate that at all. We really have to see how it works mechanically. But hey, wouldn't it be so funny if we saw a 2D/3D fighting game from Nintendo that was actually esports besides Brawl and everything? That would be really cool. Like
Yeah.
a traditional, because this totally comes off to me that it's going to be like Street Fighter style,
That'd be awesome.
where it's got the 3D models, but it's still a 2D game. That's totally hell. It could be a 3D fighter, like
kind of like the new Mortal
Dead or
Kombat.
Alive. So yeah, maybe. So that would be super cool.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? Would you guys buy a Pokemon fighting game?
Sure.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, I liked her answer.
Why not?
Why not? It's Pokemon. It's fighting.
Because
Why not?
I'm not like I've said before. I'm not huge on the newer Pokemon. If the system was good, it might be a fun game. But I don't know if it came out back when maybe even the Gen 2 era, I might buy it. But at this point, it's just too many. There's too many.
You're
Pokemon.
telling me there'll be Pokemon you won't know that are fighting. It'll make you feel old.
I don't like a lot of the new Pokemon. There's just too many Pokemon now.
Dude, there's not enough. We're not even at 1,000 yet.
I think they're gonna make it to 1,000 before they stop.
I hope they do. I'll admit it's really hard for me to keep up to. It is really hard. And that is our news of the week.
News of the week.
Yes.
News of the week.
Sadly, Cammy has to go.
Yeah, I have my sister over, and we're probably gonna go watch some girly movies and do girly stuff. So
Fun stuff.
thanks for having me on. It was really really cool.
Yes.
Meeting you.
Really appreciate you coming
Nice
on.
to meet you.
Yes.
No worries. Sorry, I was not more prepared.
It's
As
just
in, I'm
okay.
sorry, my hair is
Today, as
messed.
I said, it was the hectic guest host day because all my hosts are gone, and I had to try to
Right.
find people last minute. So
Okay.
I hope
Well,
we'll see you on
thank you
again.
guys so much. If there's another time I'll be on the show, let me know.
Alrighty, you're welcome to come back
Bye.
anytime. We will see you later. So that's a good time to change over into Gaming Spotlight, where we talk about the new releases and the cool game of the week. All right, new releases. So, how about you go down the line there, Matt, and read off the new releases for the week?
Wii U, Disney Infinity 1.0 free. Life Force eShop $4.99. Mega Man 6 personal recommendation $4.99 on the eShop. Midtown Crazy Race $4.99 on the eShop. 3DS Blaze Blue Clone Phantasma eShop $5.99. Demon King Box
Demon King Box. Yep.
eShop $3.99.
Extreme
Extreme
Sports.
Sports.
I like when they release the old games on the 3DS and stuff. I like it a lot.
Me too. eShop $4.99.
You don't need to read the prices, by the way. I should have told you that.
Fine. PS Vita Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. That is a really long title.
Yes, it is.
Available on PSN.
And then we got the multi-platform releases, which encompass PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, all those games, and PC too, technically.
Madden NFL 15.
Yes, Madden came out this week. I
Yeah.
have seen some previews of it and stuff like that, and I've been checking it out. The biggest thing I have to say is that if you have not played Madden in a long time, I think this would be the time to jump back in. Because there's enough changes mechanically, graphically a little bit too, obviously.
Make it a different game.
It's still a football game. They changed up enough, and there's features and modes that are changed up enough to where I think it'd be interesting again for someone who hasn't played, let's say, in the last 5 to 6 years on Madden, because it's the same game every year. But if you are saying, like, if you were playing Madden like the last 2 years and you're going to buy it again, obviously you're going to buy it again. Let's be honest. But honestly, you don't need to because it's not for a season Madden player. It might not be worth it. But I think there's just enough change in this to where if you haven't played in the last 5 years, this is now the time to jump back in and get into the yearly cycle again. And that's that. Next ones.
Metro 2033. Metro 2033 Redux. Metro Last Light Redux.
So yeah, these games are cool. I played Metro 2033. I did not play Last Light. These are redone
Last Light was a
versions
lot
for
better.
the newer for the newer systems and stuff, and a re-release on the release on the. Oh wow, I want to say PlayStation, but for PC I meant to say.
Yeah.
It's the game's graphic uphauled. I think you get the DLC package in with it as well. Don't quote me on that though. Next, we got the PC releases.
Appointment with Fear. That's with dots in it, so it probably stands for something.
Yeah.
Bird Assassin. Draconian Wars. Fate. The Traitor Soul. Lethal League. Pinball FX2, The Walking Dead table.
Dude, I've got to say, I love Pinball FX 2 is really nice. It's nice to, if you guys haven't checked out the latest like technology in pinball simulation, now's, like I said with Matt, now's a good time to get back into it. Pinball FX 2 is really nice, and the Walking Dead table, I think gamers would like that.
Yeah,
I think gamers would like that.
I can see that. Super Time Force. Toast Time. I like toast.
Yeah, Super Time Force. Was that the one that came out? I think that's the one that came on the PS4 first, exclusive, not exclusively, a time exclusive. And now it's coming to the PC, and you'll be able to play it on the PC, which is pretty cool. I know Broforce and all those other things will be coming on there eventually as well. So, but this is, like I said, it's nice to see that they are going on the consoles first. But it's nice to also know that they're coming to PC eventually too. Indie games got to make that money, man. You got to have indie games on PC. Come on now.
Indeed. And the cool game of the week.
Oh yeah, you just said Toast Time already.
Let me read this one. Max Gentleman. Max Gentleman is an arcade-style extreme manners simulation about stacking hats inspired by a spam email for, you guessed it, penis pills.
Yeah, so it's a free-to-play game. It's kind of interesting. Like, again, it's a game where you stack. I saw this on Total Biscuit did his thing. And by the way, this video is from Super Giant Dwarf. Super Gaming Dwarf, I think his name is actually.
I like Giant
Check out his
Dwarf better.
YouTube. This is his play of it. Check him out. Yeah, give him stuff. I like to credit where I get the video from because I don't have a way to capture it.
Oh.
So you gotta stack. You gotta dodge obstacles and keep stacking hats.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a free game
Now, how was this inspired by penis pills?
because it's getting bigger and bigger.
Oh.
Yeah. So obviously you go up and down, and you've got to pick the hat and dodge the obstacle, and then the hat gets bigger and bigger. And at the end of the level, you have to, with the most hats you get, the more points and stuff you get. And I think there's like little challenges too, like get this many hats and stuff like that. This is not the only level. There's a couple different type of levels as well. Like this is like one of the standout stages. I'm gonna see if I can skip ahead here. It's funny. Look at the mode select screen, like being able to select people. I like how they rip off their clothes.
Max Gentleman.
Yes, it's really cool.
Bronze.
Yes. And then here's another level where you have to actually manipulate multiple ones, and then multiple objects come from multiple directions.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think it's just a really cool game. I like the art style. I like the theme it's going with because it's a gentleman, it's a gentleman stuff. And the way they make money is you buy different hats, you buy other characters.
Oh,
and
I see. The white hat is the one that jumps.
No, it's each different color is this one is red and blue, but yeah, the hat that you select is the one you have to jump.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that was like white. It threw me off because in this one they're red and blue, but the last one it was white. Yeah, so it's really interesting. The way they make money is you buy hats, you buy other characters, and actually they have Octodad in here. It's really funny. I don't know how they got that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so
Okay.
definitely check it out, guys. It's free. You're gonna check it out for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this. This looks fun.
Yeah, really cool stuff. And actually, that will be the end of Gaming Spotlight. Since we're down a host, I'm actually going to save the specialty topic for another week. Yeah, I know I keep saying we're going to take our specialty topics each week, but we're not going to do it this week since we're down.
I'm gonna do a top 10 next time I'm on here. We haven't done one of those in too long.
You haven't. We've done many of them since you've been gone.
Shut up.
So that'll be our show, guys. I want to thank Cthulhu for coming on, guest hosting. I also want to thank Cammie again for coming on. She had to go there at the end there. I should have told her we were going to be done in like 5 minutes, so she would have stayed to the end. So yeah, thanks for them for coming on. I really appreciate it in a tight spot. Hopefully we'll have our normal crew back next week. And of course, Cthulhu and Cammie are always welcome to come back on to guest host.
I'll be on whenever I can.
Yes, whenever you can. Well, thank
Can't
everyone
stop
for
this
watching.
train.
Make sure you check out megascripture.com for all the VODs, all the other shows, and all the other jazz and rigmaroles and all that stuff. Make sure you do
Rigmarole.
all the socials. Check out Remove From Play on Facebook. You can like us there. Follow us on Twitter, RFPTV. And that's about it. You can even add us to Circles of Google+. Fun stuff. And and we will be at Queen City Conquest. Queen City Conquest is a Western New York East Coast gaming convention.
Now,
That's
when is that?
held in Buffalo, New York, in the Niagara Convention Center. We will be there. You can come down, talk to us, chat with us. We'll be running a couple of different events. I haven't decided if we're going to do a meet and greet yet because I think that totally depends on demand. And that is in September, Cthulhu. September 19th to the 21st.
Now, what days is that? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a 3-day-long
I might
convention.
be able to join you guys.
Oh, that'll
'Cause
be good.
I'll have half days on
There'll be
Fridays.
lots of tabletop for you to play there. You're going to go fucking nuts.
When
You're
do
going to
you
love
leave?
it.
What time do you leave for it?
I don't know. It opens at like 9 a.m., I think.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, yeah, I could get 4 hours off because I'll only be working 4-hour shifts on Fridays
Yeah.
because I'm working a 4.5
Yep.
day week.
Yep.
I might get to go this year.
Yeah, so if you're in Western New York or in
If you're
Buffalo
into watching
area,
me
and if you're into tabletop or video games or anything like that, definitely come on down.
and this beautiful face,
And that beautiful face that looks like EG in Control.
hey,
Yeah.
I look like a young, fat Stephen King. Don't you go there. If I ever
And
do
that's
that
where we're
again-
going to end our show.
But if I ever do that again, throw that metal object at me, okay?
That'll be our show, guys. This has
for
been
watching.
episode This has been episode 120. It's been August 26, 2014. It's been Tuesday. Catch you all next week, guys.